Claire, Zion,
Nice to
Marcus,
meet you. How are you?
Zion Brown. That's fun to meet you in person, Zion Brown. Nice to meet
Hey,
you.
good to see you. We just met. What's your
Wendell,
name?
nice to meet you again.
Wendell was in Seattle. No way.
Yeah,
What
the
high
first
school?
one.
First one.
The first Swingman class.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. Good to see you all. This is really great to see you. The
So
next
today's
generation.
perfect because he sits in that seat. I talked about preparation.
Oh,
earlier.
God.
So talk about
Yeah.
preparation and what you might do.
My normal day, I watch on on MLB Network, MLB.com, the rundown replay, right? Which is great. It has highlights of all 15 games. So you hear all kinds of different styles, and it's also big emotional moments or scoring moments and everything. But it's just interesting to hear different cadences, different uses of the language, different sounds, different tones, that kind of stuff. You have to be yourself. You can't. I'm going to imitate that guy. I'm going to imitate that guy. But I do it mainly just to see who's swinging the bat, who's doing what, so I have a clue. And when we do scoreboards, I can have a conversation with Susan Rodman, who I work with, talk about that during the course of the game. But the big thing is, like, when I start up again, I'll be back here in Atlanta next week. We play the Braves.
That's right.
And we have the Braves, then we have we go to Toronto. We get Toronto kicked up, but anyway, for baseball now, I used to just go off the team notes, but now I do a one-page with all 15, usually 12 to 15 position players, and just 4 or 5 lines on each guy on information that can be a nice filler, an additive, and then of course you try to read up on previous series or two, look what the recent trends are, head-to-head matchups over the course of the season, over the course of years. There's always going to be maybe one nugget you can use in that. And then the other thing too, when you get to the ballpark, hang out at the cage, go to both clubhouses. That's really important, I think. And you don't always come back with a full notebook, but you'll come by, you'll hear something like the other day, Cody Bellinger had a game-saving double play, probably saw that. Great catch, came up throwing, double off Lindor at first. And I said to Paul Goldschmidt, who was at first base, I said, were you dinking Lindor? He says, no, I was just standing there. I could see he was going to make a good throw. And he went like this, and boom, it got the double play. I asked Bellinger about it. I said, what did you think? He says, well, I made the catch, and I came up and I saw I had a shot, and I took it. And worked that into the conversation. And here's Bellinger. He's 2 for his last 4. He's on a 10-game hitting streak. And the other day, he made a great throw. He said it was like the best throw of his life. And we all know that might have been a season-saving play. Low ball, too. That kind of stuff. So that kind of information we accumulate, you always want to have a notebook, something around all the time. And the other thing I've been using lately is this Otter, that transcript, which is just ridiculous. So I don't have to tell you about that. Yesterday, Cam Littler made his big league debut with us. And I talked to Mike Glavin, who's Tom Glavin's younger brother, who was his coach at Northeastern. And just a couple, like 2 minutes. And I had it on there, and when Cam came out, I worked it in the first or second inning, 2 or 3 consequential quotes about the kid's background, about his character, and I had it right there. So there's so many ways to help yourself out. And always had, I told this to a kid the other day. When I go downstairs, Aaron Boone sits in front of the media and does a thing every day. I go down with a notebook. I take 2 pens because one time the 1 pen ran out.
Ran out of ink. Mm-hmm.
I always have 2 pens. It's little stuff. This stuff nobody teaches this in college. This is trial and error, and you're going to learn a lot. Trial and error. With today's technology, there's no excuse for not being prepared, being comfortable with yourself, comfortable with your voice, how you look, so practice. And the other thing too, if you have Sirius XM, or if you have MLB at bat, you can listen to all the broadcasts home and away, Ditto TV, and just sort of go through. You don't have to do it every night, but just go through and sample different styles and how people do things. It's amazing the things you'll learn. Hey, I do something like that. Oh, I like that. Okay, it can be informative. It can really be fruitful.
So when you're at practice today, what are you particularly looking for in preparation of tomorrow?